I really never thought I would be someone that was excited to make a video about my trash. But here we go. I have skincare, makeup, hair care, random things to talk about. I really actually love watching empties videos. It's fun to see products that people have actually used up in their entirety because they have, for the most part, a definite opinion on each item, and it's just fun to see like what people dislike, what they would repurchase, things like that. These are all the items that I have been saving over the summer. So I started late June, basically when I started my YouTube channel. I was like, I'm gonna do an empties video. So I saved up. So this is basically like the end of June to the end of September. So this is my summer empties. Please keep on watching. Like this video if you enjoy it. All the things. Subscribe to my channel. Let's get into it. I'm gonna start with my makeup remover. So I use the Garnier Skin Active Micellar Cleansing Water. This is a waterproof one. I don't typically use waterproof makeup, at least not like on purpose. But I really do prefer this blue color over like the pink one, for instance. And I just like keep buying it and keep using it up. I use it every single day to take my makeup off as my first cleanse, and then I go in with a second cleanse and wash my face with like a face wash. So I typically like to buy these larger sizes, but sometimes the store is out and I have to buy the smaller one. This big one is 23.7 fluid ounces and the small one is 13.5. I am working on another one of these, so you will definitely see this product again in my next empties because I love it. Should I just do all of my skincare? I should have organized this. Please hold. Let's get these out of the way. I have two products that I use in the shower. This is the Herbal Essences Hello Hydration Deep Moisture for Hair shampoo. I enjoyed this. I always enjoy the smell of herbal essences. I think that's at least what I know them for, is just like their amazing smells. I didn't really notice anything spectacular about it for my hair, but it worked. I would purchase it again, but I didn't. So I mean, maybe that says something. But yeah, it was a good product. I'm really bad at empties videos, aren't I? Another item that I used up in my shower was this Love Beauty and Planet Muru Muru Butter and Rose body wash. This definitely smells like rose, so if you don't like that scent, do not purchase this. But I did enjoy this. I like that it had a pump. It does have coconut oil if that bothers you. Muru Muru butter. Ethically sourced rose, plant-based cleansers, vegan, not tested on animals, no parabens, no dyes, no guilt, it says. So I do enjoy this brand. I would repurchase this. I'd probably do a different scent because I know they have a lot of different ones and I just want to try them out, but I'm currently using a Dove body wash. So maybe when I run out of that, I will try another scent of this. I went through a Dove Dry Spray Advanced Care Antiperspirant Deodorant. The scent Sheer Cool. I have this thing where I just buy deodorants without smelling them. This one smells like powder. And it definitely wasn't my favorite, but my thing is that I never remember what scent that I had before, even if I like it, because I usually just buy deodorants on a whim. I'm like, oh, I need deodorant, so I just buy one, and I never get the same scent. but I prefer more like fruity deodorants or like vanilla or something, not powder. So I probably will not get this scent again if I can remember. But I do like the sprays. I do like, you know, the application of spraying instead of like rubbing. I use this Bath & Body Works Aromatherapy Eucalyptus and Spearmint hand sanitizer. This smells very strongly of mint. So, but it's like the natural, you know, the natural mint. So if you love that, you'll love this. It wasn't my favorite. I think I got this kind of as like a neutral scent for me and my husband both to use. I didn't want to get him like a fruity, you know, feminine scent. But yeah, it was fine. It was great. It was hand sanitizer. I also used this Bath & Body Works Bahamas Passion Fruit Banana Flower Mist. I love this stuff. I could not find it again, so it's probably like a discontinued scent. I don't even know. It's kind of florally, but kind of fruity. So if you like that, you might like this, but again, I don't think you can buy it. Staying with the perfume theme, I went through one of these Good Chemistry perfumes from Target. That's where I got this, and this is in the scent Queen Bee. This is my favorite. I bought the rollerball just to try it out, but I ended up buying the full size, so currently working on that. I'm working on a lot of perfumes, but it just smells expensive, but in a good way. I don't know how to describe it. I also used up this Good Chemistry in the scent Sugarberry, and this was really good too. It's like it smells like sugar. Sugar baby. Sugarberry. Oh my gosh. It smells really good. It's like warm, but also sweet. I like it. I've also made a point to go through like all of the perfume samples that I've gotten in past orders. I have 5 here to just quickly mention. I definitely threw out a lot. Like, these are the ones that I used up, I went through, I actually enjoyed. If I tried one out and I didn't enjoy it, I just threw it away because I wasn't going to force myself to smell terrible. You know what I mean? So one of my favorite scents that I've never purchased in my life, but I have gotten a couple samples of it, like when you can pick like what scents you want, is the YSL Black Opium. Went through one of those. Can't smell it anymore because it's so old, but I don't even remember what it smells like, which is so sad. But that was a good one. This one, it's Giorgio Armani. Light de Goya. Oh my gosh, this is awful. This was not my favorite, but I could use the whole thing, if that makes sense. It smells perfumey and clean, like clean. Not very florally. I wish they said on these little bottles, because I never like to keep that little envelope that they come in. It's just annoying. And then this one is from Daisy Fuentes. This is the Diana Ocean. I really enjoyed this, actually. I looked online for a full size of this, but it's discontinued. They don't make it anymore. Just so sad. I don't remember what it smells like. Another one that I actually looked online for a full size, and they still make it, so I added it to my wish list, is the Marc Jacobs Daisy Love, and it's the Oh So Sweet one. I tend to like sweeter fragrances, even if they're on the warmer side. If they have like a slight sweet scent, that's what I go for. Oh, And the very last one I just want to quickly mention is another Daisy Fuentes, and it's the Dianoche Love one. Yeah, I can't smell it. I probably shouldn't have sprayed myself with perfume right before doing this video. Anyway, those are all the perfumes that I've used up this summer. I only have 2 hair care products, so I'll just quickly mention. I used up this small little Briogeo Farewell Frizz. I did enjoy this. It says Rosarco Milk Leave-In Conditioning Spray. It definitely smells milky, like creamy. I don't know. I think I could tell a difference, but I usually only wash my hair once, maybe twice a week. Usually it's just once, and I use like a hair mask in the shower every time because I only do it once a week. And so like adding this on top of it, I couldn't really tell if it was this or the mask. Does that make sense? But Briogeo is a great brand. The hair mask I use is from Briogeo. I also use up this Batiste dry shampoo. This is the scent Sweetie. Smells like hairspray, honestly. I didn't like the scent, but it worked fine. I'll do skincare next, and then I have some makeup products. So I used up this Paula's Choice Skin Perfecting Exfoliate. This is the 2% BHA liquid exfoliant. It has salicylic acid. I like this. I use this as a part of my nighttime skin routine. I did not repurchase this, but maybe I will in the future. I'm trying out like a drugstore alternative. And I can't really tell a difference. Like, I don't miss this in my routine, which is so interesting because this is so hyped up. And before this, I was using the gel version. It's like the AHA BHA gel. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but I would probably purchase that again over this because I just prefer the gel consistency over the liquid that this is. And then I have 2 of these CeraVe PM facial moisturizing lotions. I actually use these in the morning. This stuff is so lightweight. I prefer doing like maybe a slightly heavier cream at night and doing this like in the morning before makeup because it sinks in fairly quickly. But I also use this at night if I like feeling lazy because I just love it. It has three essential ceramides, niacinamide, and hyaluronic acid, and it's oil free, which is important for me with my oily skin. So I will repurchase this. I'm going through a couple other moisturizers right now, so I will not until I use those up, but I love this stuff. I used up this, what is this? Who is this from? Vanilla Co. I use this Vanilla Co. Clean It Zero Cleansing Balm. This is the original one. I really liked that it had a scooper in it. A scooper. But here's the inside. This stuff, it did a really good job getting my makeup off, you know, as my first cleanse, but it made my eyes cloudy, and that is something, it kind of scared me at first, but then I was like reading online, and apparently it's a common thing with cleansing balms. Yeah, I've used the Clinique like Clean the Day Off cleansing balm in the past, and I was looking for a, you know, cheaper alternative, and so I use this one, and of course it does a great job, but I don't like that feeling in my eyes. So I just use my micellar water. It's just tried and true, and I love it, and it does the job. I used up this Pacifica Rose Jelly Beauty Sleep Under Eye Gel. It has this really interesting applicator. It has like little balls that roll around. And it has like a locking mechanism on the top, because the way you use it is you squeeze this out and the product comes out the top, but I just didn't like that. And I feel like this didn't really do a whole lot for me. It says it has blue tansy, peptides, and rose hips for all skin types. It did have really good reviews on Ulta. I'm currently using another under eye cream, gel cream. I don't remember what it is, but I don't think I would repurchase this. I went through this little pot. It's the Nia 114 Technology Multi-Action Blue Rescue Clay Renewal Mask. Here's the inside. It had like little beads in it that when you rubbed on your face, it turned blue, which was kind of fun. And this is a good mask. You just apply it and you let it dry and then you wash it off basically. But yeah, it was fine. I didn't see a whole lot of difference when using this, so I don't think I would repurchase it. But I do want to find some masks, like whether it be clay masks or like hydrating masks or exfoliating masks. I just want to get into masks. Because I only have 1 or 2 in my collection. So let me know below if you have a favorite mask and what you use it for. My last skincare product is this Vichy Mineral 89, just a little sample. And this is kind of like a hydrating booster for your skin. So I would use this in the morning because like sometimes I felt like my skin was dehydrated, and usually when that happens, it will produce more oil to like overcompensate like being dry. I don't know if that makes sense, but I don't think there was enough product in this for me to use it long enough to tell a difference, if that makes sense. I only got like a week or so use out of this. It's very lightweight, like gel consistency. It felt really good on my skin. I just don't know like how much of a difference it is. But I did just watch a video from a skincare YouTuber on here. She's a doctor, she's like a dermatologist, I forget her name, but she like made a video dedicated to this product, and she says like the first ingredient is like volcanic water or something. I hope I'm speaking correctly, but yeah, and she said it was like really good for your skin. It says it's a skin fortifying daily booster. So if it's that good for my skin, even if like I can't tell, maybe I should use it. I'll think about it. I might repurchase this, but I don't know. Now it is time for makeup, and I have quite a few products. Some that you've seen in my Project Pan videos, some that you will see in my upcoming Project Pan video, and some that were like accidental empties that I just used up on my own. So let's start off with this Catrice Prime and Fine Setting Spray. It's an anti-shine fixing spray. It says it prepares the skin, improves makeup wear, and refreshes complexion. Now, I don't know if mine was expired and, you know, the formula wasn't working well, but this definitely did not provide the anti-shine aspect for me. I definitely was shiny anytime that I used this, and it didn't really help the longevity of my makeup at all, so I will not repurchase this. Another item that you saw me use up in my Project Pan is this ColourPop Hyaluronic Acid Pretty Fresh Setting Mist, and I really enjoyed this. I would repurchase this in the future. It smells really good. The spray is like super refreshing. I don't necessarily think it helped with the longevity, but it definitely helped my makeup look more natural. But it didn't cause me to look oilier than I would have if I wasn't using this, if that makes sense. The Catrice one, it just like instantly made me look shiny. and that's not what I'm about. Another setting spray that I finished was my Wet n Wild Natural Finish Setting Spray. Is this a preview to my project pan? Yes, I finished this. There's like a little bit in there, but I can't spray it out. So I'm just calling it done. I did not enjoy this. This is very, very strongly scented. And honestly, I felt like I had to keep my eyes closed forever, for like a minute, probably not a minute, 30 seconds before I could open them after spraying this, because it would burn my eyes when I opened it just from the fragrance. So I'm not usually that sensitive to like scents or fragrances. So that says a lot. I have two powders that I used up. One you saw in my project pan. This is my Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh powder. This was good. I use this under my eyes mostly because it didn't really set like the rest of my face, but it was fine. The only complaint I had was that when I opened this, it was like halfway empty and it was brand new. I know you've heard me say that a billion times, and I didn't really see the point in this mesh because I was always just like pour it into the cap anyway. But Becca's out of business. I know they're like selling a couple of their tried and true formulas through Smashbox now, but I don't know if this would be included in that. So I wouldn't repurchase it even if I could, but it was good. It was fine. I used it up. This is my Kat Von D Lock-It powder in the shade Petal. This was in my project pan and I used it up. So yeah, I really like this star. I just thought that was cute, but I did have to like take this thing out and use what was left in it because it wasn't like coming out all the way, which is interesting because this packaging like was so messy. Powder would come out of it. But yeah, I don't think I would repurchase this. It was fine. I have other powders that I like better. I might be talking a little quieter now because my husband and my stepson just got home and I feel weird recording when they're home. Anybody else? Okay, so one thing that I was just working on by myself was this Becca First Light Priming Filter. I just had this little sample. I did enjoy this. I did not put this on the center of my face because I felt like I needed to put like a mattifying primer where I got oily. I did enjoy putting this on like my cheeks and like the sides of my forehead where I don't get oily. Yeah, it felt really nice. I don't think I saw like a huge difference. And of course, Becca's no longer selling this, but if I were able to repurchase this, I would not. I finished this small Urban Decay All-Nighter setting spray. This definitely helps my makeup stay all night. No pun intended. I did enjoy this and I think I would repurchase this. Either the small one or the large size. I'd have to do like a price comparison if it's even worth it because this thing is, you know, a little pricier and I'm sure there's some drugstore dupes out there. I just need to try. Another little sample of it's a primer water, the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. I would use this before makeup. I would use, you know, my Soap and Glory One Heck of a Blot primer on my T-zone because it's like a pore filling mattifying primer, and then I would just spray this all over my face, just kind of like refresh my face, prep it for makeup, and I couldn't tell a difference. I actually went through a full size of this years and years and years ago. Just as a habit, I really like spraying my face with mist. I'm sure you can relate to that. Someone out there can relate to that. So yeah, I don't think I would ever repurchase this Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. Like that's a full size, but I'm happy to use a free sample of it. One thing that I finished this morning was my NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and this one is in the shade Chocolate. Yeah, there it is. I cannot roll it up anymore. This is one of my favorite brow pencils, but honestly, like a micro brow pencil is a micro brow pencil is a micro brow pencil, if you know what I mean. Try saying that 10 times fast. You can't do it. But I've tried the Anastasia Beverly Hills micro brow pencil, the Maybelline micro brow pencil, Ulta, NYX. They all are very similar to me. I just really love like the teeny tiny precise tip. So I have another one of these in my stash, just one more. It's in the shade taupe, so I hope that color will work for me because I do really enjoy chocolate. But once I'm done with that, I would definitely repurchase this. Just depends on which one is cheaper at the time. You know, sales. I used up 2 mascaras this summer. My Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect mascara, the bluey green one. I don't know what you would call that. Green. This was a good mascara. I really enjoyed it. I could definitely tell when it was drying up and it was like dying, because it just like wasn't giving me what it used to. Yeah, I think it's definitely worth the money. I would definitely repurchase this, but I have about like 5 other mascaras in my collection that I might like better. So once I narrow that down and decide whether or not like this one is either better or some other ones are better, I would repurchase this. Yes. Let me know down below if you've tried any of the other Essence mascaras. I know they have like a few colors in that line. There's like the pink one is the newer one. It's like volumizing, I think. I'm curious to try that one, so maybe I'll try a different color next time. I also finished this NARS Climax sample. I was never a fan of this. I think I've mentioned that in a few videos. The wand is like ginormous, and I just could not fit it in my eye well, and it just never gave me the lashes that I expected it to. I put it on today and it's just not, it's dried up, it's done, I'm throwing it away. And no, I would not repurchase this. I finished a concealer, which is so exciting. I scraped as much as I could out of this thing. This is the e.l.f. Hydro Camo concealer, and I had the shade Fair Beige, which worked pretty well for me, I think. But yeah, I enjoyed this formula. I have so many other concealers that I need to go through, but once I'm through those, I think I would repurchase this if I was looking for like a fuller coverage yet lightweight hydrating concealer. I would repurchase this. One item I used up in my project pan was my Stila liquid eyeliner. This is a really great eyeliner. I really enjoyed it. It was waterproof, budge proof, very black, so easy to use, and I would definitely repurchase this. I have not tried very many liquid liners from the drugstore, and I've heard there are a few really good ones out there, so I definitely want to try those out before I repurchase this, because I think this is over $20. Granted, it lasts forever and it's really great. So once I try those out, I will decide whether or not I will repurchase this. Same spot, different day. I just wanted to pop in because I forgot to mention one of my makeup empties was my Tory Bell powder foundation. I emptied this during my first month of my project pan, and I didn't stick it with my empties because I wanted to save the packaging to like repress something if I needed to. So I have that, and then I also emptied my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation during that first month of my project pan as well. So I just wanted to mention those two things. I would definitely repurchase this powder. I really enjoyed it, and I felt like it set my face really well and looked pretty natural. I also would repurchase that foundation, although if you've seen my foundation collection, I don't know if it'll be up before this or after this, but I have a lot of foundation. So it'll be a while before I will let myself buy any new foundation, but I definitely would repurchase that because it looked really good on my skin, very natural, but medium to full coverage, and it lasted a fair amount on my oily skin. So let's get back to regular programming. The very last product I want to talk about, it's my L'Oreal Lumi Bronze It Bronzer. This is the big spoiler. For those of you following my project Pan, I've been working on this since the beginning, and there's like the smallest rim of product, and I will repress this, but I'm gonna use this up in like 2 days. So I wanted to include it just because. So I guess technically it's not like 100% used up, but I mean, like, look at it. My goal was to finish it by the end of summer because it's so glowy, and I didn't want to use it in the fall. I prefer to be more matte in the fall and a little more like glowy in the summer, and I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way. But I did really enjoy this. I felt like it was really loosely pressed, so when I, you know, dip my brush in, a lot of kickback would come up. I would get a lot of product on my brush, which caused me to use it up pretty quickly. That is it for my empties. I hope you guys enjoyed me talking about my trash. I thought it was really fun and a interesting recap, little refresher for myself, because some of these products I used up a long time ago, and I just needed to remind myself, like, was this worth repurchasing, or should I try something new next time? So I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so I see you in the next one.